Hi guys, I just wanted to do a very quick video on cleaning records and my journey from where I started to where I am today. It might be of help to you if you just started out record collecting and if the obsession has properly hit like it has for some of us during lockdown and what have you. So many of you, me included at the beginning, were using a carbon brush. Some people swear by them. These are the sort of, I haven't got one because I chucked my way. These are the carbon brushes that you put on a record and you spin the record on the turntable, and you move the brush slowly into the center and lift off, and the static is supposed to take the dust away, or the static, the bristles take the dust away. So I started off using that for a while, that method, and for me personally, this is my personal opinion, I found the static brushes a complete waste of time. They push the dust around the record, and more seriously, something that I've discovered soon after investing in a small LED light to go over the turntable, what I discovered was that the bristles were coming off onto the record. I used two different types of brushes. I think I'm not going to mention names, but I found that under a very bright light, after I brushed the record, there were tiny straight particles of carbon bristles actually on the record itself. So I ditched using a carbon brush. I started using one of these, a sort of soft mole felt, which again I found pushed the dust around quite a bit, and my personal view is that it actually pushes muck and dirt into the grooves. So I stopped using this completely. What I wanted then was to take the static away and try and use air to blow dust and muck off the record. So I invested in a Milty, and these things do work really well actually. I'm on my second one. They don't last very long. Well, the first one lasted about 6 months. And with this, you hold the record at the edges in the centre, blast it 4 or 5 times around, once in the centre, and then I'm using one of these Giotto rockets. This is probably my go-to piece of equipment for most occasions, really, even for new records. But I'm using this to blow off a lot of the dust and muck, and it works extremely well. What I would say is that many audiophile collectors will, like myself, will use a plastic cover to keep the outer sleeve clean and the record clean. So using non-PVC outer covers is really important. And one of the things that troubles me, keeps me up at night, it doesn't keep me up at night, is that if we're introducing a wet form of cleaning to our records, how are we confident that those records aren't really dry, bone dry enough to then put into a new inner sleeve and wrap in a non-PVC cover sleeve? My view is that I prefer to wash records only when they're absolutely desperately needed, where it's quite clear that the Milty and the Giotto doesn't work, and a more rigorous cleaning regime is needed. I think so. I wash only when it's needed. I don't wash every single record as soon as I get it. I eyeball it and give it a really good inspection before I make the decision to stick it on this thing, which I'll come to in a minute. I think if you're introducing moisture to a record, and then making a decision it's dry enough to put away wrap in plastic and put it away, I have a problem with that. If it's any slight moisture that you're locking into the record, you're locking in underneath the plastic, I think there could be an issue there. So I'm a big subscriber to using an isopropanol solution. I think the science is out there that using a small amount of alcohol as an evaporator evaporates the solution off the record surface is a positive thing, and it's very effective as well. So I invested in this, the Project VCS 2. What I like about it is it's very quick, it's very efficient, it's very loud, unfortunately. But what I really like about it is that the contact on the machine itself, it clamps the central part of the record so that the underside isn't in contact with the plate. I think it's is it the Noki? One of the machines has a turntable which puts in contact the dirty side while you clean the top, and then you spin it. And for me personally, I think this is excellent. This is really, really good, very efficient, very clean. Doesn't look particularly very attractive, but for me, for the money and for what it does, it's absolutely fantastic. So really, that's me for cleaning. Interested to hear your thoughts about cleaning. About what have you come across? What are your thoughts about carbon bristles? As I say, I won't go back to carbon bristles again. Not after I discovered what was happening with some of the records that I was trying to clean. And for me, non-invasive air blowing with the Giotti and the Zero Stat works exceptionally well. Anyway, give me your comments, but I'll see you soon. Bye.